Mike and me, Mag7 really can't bounce much here today, Mike. The market's trying. I covered puts yesterday. I'm wondering if I'm going to regret it. One thing that I can say is I think the dollar is peaked. Now,
Mhm.
that should take some of the pressure off tightening financial conditions. Next thing you need is yields, and I think they'll go with dollar and yields will come in. But look, back in October, turned bullish looking for 109 and then revised it to 110. So far, the high has been 110.17. I've been posting sells in the dollar for a few weeks. You probe and protect. Caught some of this last week in it again from Monday. And I think that we're forging an important high in the Dixie. Longer term, I'm looking for par to be taken out sometime this year. That's lit up the metals. Shares are acting okay. Gold threatening this triangle breakout.
Mhm.
I can't see how a weak dollar is going to hurt
Right.
the
Well put,
metals.
Coach. Appreciate
Yeah,
that.
and
Taking calls, too, Coach. I'll beat you to it. And if you're going to add, sorry,
that's all right.
strikes from January to March.
In what? In gold?
Miners,
Sure.
GDX, GOLD, and actually
Okay.
GLD, which I
Uh,
think is bearish in the market in general. But even this,
Okay.
they're even taking physical.
Okay. So, this is something I've been talking about for a few weeks. GDX came back and checked a major weekly breakout, had a good week, pulled back, and looks okay.
Mhm.
I went into some stuff. I went into some silver stuff to some at the close yesterday,
Nice.
and this one I've been watching for a long time,
That's your
and
baby.
I bought it today.
Nice,
So
Coach.
I bought this,
Might join it.
and GDX looks okay, and even Newmont, looks like it could come out of here for at least a rally to 44.
Newmont could keep going up when the rest of them going down. I'm not going to say
Yeah,
the world grossly outperform, but
yeah,
that went completely the opposite. That could be the reversion mean of a gold GLD. Am I?
yeah.
Listen, I'm not going to lie. The easier trade if Newmont goes, they're probably all going to go. But I wouldn't be surprised if that one outperforms even a pullback.
Yeah, and as bearish as this action was here, and if people were watching TradeGATEHub, they weren't surprised. I mean, I was surprised by the magnitude, but they weren't surprised that. And look, I look pretty dumb being negative miners here, but I saved a lot of pain not being long. But when you look at a weekly, it doesn't look as bad, does it? We had a huge rally in Newmont. We pulled back. I just probably 78.6 back, putting in a higher low. This could turn out to be real bullish and even take out these highs. I think that, you've heard me say, I think that the gold shares are going to be, they're not even gold bulls and silver bulls like miners. Everyone hates miners, Mike.
True. True.
Everyone
True.
hates mine. Even, dollar bears, gold, 3,000, 5,000 gold bulls. They hate
You know
miners.
what?
That's why I love them.
When you asked me what are they buying options in, I know you were saying please don't let them be buying options in the miners, so they still
Yeah.
have room, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you meant. I know you like them, and I know when you asked. I mean, you want to know, but I know I said to myself, I hope I know he doesn't want the miners to take flow. When they
Eh,
do start, I mean, you want to take them now. When they take flow, then you really go in.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, I like those. And, I caught your live stream yesterday. And, I've been pounding the table on grain, sometimes prematurely. But you know what? The Chinese are pretty good traders, and they bought a ton of soybeans yesterday.
hmm.
And I noticed you said that the fertilizer stocks, ag related stocks were taking option flow. I'm not saying they're pretty cheap. You could probably buy them anywhere, but still be tactical. I think this is a long-term deal because you know what? The Chinese know the difference between El Nino, which is a wet current that causes rainfall, in the Midwest and West Coast, but we're not in El Nino anymore. It went away, and now we're in La Nina, which is a different pattern.
Sexier one.
Well, it causes no rain. It's a dry cold. It causes dry cold conditions and dry hot conditions. Is bottom line dry. Okay, that's why LA is burning. We're 4.5 inches. Besides, you could politicize it and say, yeah, there was no water, whatever. But the reason is we normally in Southern California by now have 5 inches of rainfall. We have less than a half an inch. Okay. All right. So now this is what spreads to the grain belt in the growing season.
Okay.
Okay. So the Chinese know about this phenomena, or maybe they're just getting in front of maybe tariffs that they figured they should
Maybe
lock
they see
in
the
some
risk is
beeps.
worth the reward taking an entry here. I get it.
Anyway, it's a nice looking weekly chart. We put in a higher low. All the grains look good. It was led by corn. It's not like it's just starting. And now wheat is trying to come out of the hole too. So I think grains, agriculture, and miners are going to be where a lot of the flow coming out of MAGA, out of the big tech stocks. The rotation this year is going to be out of tech and into stuff. Um, I talked to
Good.
Joseph. I talked to Joseph Wang yesterday. Okay, he's
Okay.
Fed Guy 12. Do you know him?
I don't. It doesn't. No. I mean.
Okay. All right. Well, he used to work on the Fed desk for years, and he's buying Canadian dollars.
Okay.
Smart guy, and which is, Canada's been falling apart for quite a while. It might be peaking here
It's
with
Justin
the
Bieber's fault.
dollar.
Oh, sorry.
But anyway, what he's doing is he's buying natural resource
Okay.
Canadian natural resource stocks with dividends. So I'm still not short Canada, but
There's actually a stock called Canadian Resources. It's an oil, CNQ, I believe.
let's see it. I've talked enough. Let's see what you got there.
Yeah.
And I'd also like to see Moss and the fertilizer stocks you were
But the only one
posting.
that's taken that they're CNQ, Canadian Natural Resources. This is it.
Okay.
It's an oil stock. But SU
Okay,
is
it's
another one.
oil. Okay.
Which one,
I'm
Coach?
be I'm still bearish oil. I just don't
I'm
think
not
the
going to talk to you. I
economy
get
can
it.
support.
I get
But
it. But
I'm
hold
just
on a second.
matching
Please be aware of this today.
natural gas
I have
stock.
the screen.
You got it. We're looking at SU.
I got you. Hold on a second. Just be aware, Coach. Hedge
Wow,
funds
they're
dumped
that
energy
short.
stock like last week and the biggest since last
Wow.
5 years. And I'm one of them. Doesn't
Okay.
bullish, bullish.
That's contrarian signal.
I was. You kidding me? I was buried in SU. And by the way, oh my God, look at this thing. Maybe listen. It's not where stock's been going, where it was. It's where it's going. I sold. It took it. I sold.
Natural gas and let's face it, they're two different energy sources. It's like saying WTI is like uranium. Okay. Natural gas is a different story than WTI. Natural gas has been rallying for 4 months.
Oh no.
WTI didn't kick in until maybe a few weeks ago when it held 70. So they're different stories. Put up net. Okay, there's a VIX. Um,
I knew I'd get you.
yeah, I don't know what to do with the market right here, Mike. I'm hoping for a rally in the SPOOs back to 59.75. And I just think there's been too much damage in MAGA stocks. You got to sell a rally in Apple back to 250. It's going under 200.
Sorry,
I I
Apple.
yeah, sell rallies in MAGA in Apple. If we can rally back towards 250, you get short. Meta doesn't look good. Microsoft doesn't look good. Sell rallies there. Netflix looks the worst. Amazon doesn't look bad. It looks like it could pop one more time.
Amazon's
Netflix
considered the cheapest, if you will, but whatever.
Netflix looks like people are going to stop watching TV here. I mean, I think it's going to 200 day.
Let's look at some calls that they've been going on, Coach. And
All
what is
right.
the ones, Coach? What's been the best one, cleanest trade out there that's been acting the best? Please, please. What is it?
Mm,
Flow all week.
huh? For a
I'll
week? It's been acting good for a week?
familiar with that stock?
The financials. Okay, yeah. Yeah, City. Yeah, they've been taking calls forever. Okay,
Familiar with
go
that
back to
stock?
maybe. I'm not as convinced.
You know what
And
that stock looks like? I did a video on it yesterday. I want you to listen. This is a good. I want to ask your opinion. You know what this looks like? First of all, the two strongest, literally, besides the bounce and oils sectors in the market, banks and airlines. You know what this looks like? See this gap? It looks like UAL before earnings. Here is a get right here.
uh,
Look at that. Now watch for UAL before it ripped. Right here. Now there's JP Morgan. It looks just like it before it ripped. Oh, just looks too. UAL.
maybe big number tomorrow. Maybe yields come down.
Well, anyway, XLF is taking calls regardless of where XLF.
XLF is
Yeah.
okay. All right, nice pullback, decent place. So
NVIDIA
maybe
can't hold. It was.
Nvidia's looks it's going under 100.
Yeah. Okay. I got you.
I sure would like to sell it at 42 if we had a rally, but that's looking like that's not going to
You know,
happen.
they're going to dogs. CVS. All of a sudden, worst to first. It followed Walgreens. It was bankrupt a week ago. We're in it. You're
Yeah,
welcome, J Norm. You know, I don't know what else to say. Stocks, I got winners, I got losers. List PCG, California Fires. I stepped in. I'll root the people on. Uh, stocks like other things. Some retail stocks are acting well. Brothers. It's the modern day Starbucks. Here's PTLO. Here's Tony Pistachio. This thing's moving, but they're few and far between.
yeah.
And the key is macro. Does Lennar hold? KBH had earnings. Look at that one. How can I not fade? I have to look my mentor or someone my peer today and told him that I didn't fade KBH at the high with rates at this level. I can't believe I didn't do that. I'm embarrassed. I really am.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Well, that was classic, right back to old support, new resistance. Yeah. Well, yeah. You miss things. You're human.
I'm trading. I'm in.
You're
Coach. I'm
trading.
in these RGT. I'm in this thing. I'm in this thing selling, RGTI, which this morning went from 6 to 850. I'm in it all day long. I'm trading sound. You know what I mean? I'm shorting the sound 1428. Now it's 1260. It's
Yeah.
20% move. I'm
Let
in
me
it.
ask you this:
Now go ahead.
Has there has the money come easier on your shorts than you've noticed for a while?
Oh yes, because the moves, the move, the isn't. I'm asking you. The moves uh, up.
Because they're fighting the wind right now. Where
The
before
moves.
before it was a tailwind when all ships were being lifted by the tide, and now that it's not that way, rips face more selling pressure than they did when it was the other way.
IONQ, the stock that came down 50%, bounced a couple of days, gave you a
Yeah,
little bit of an out. You didn't get the out now. You're in big trouble. Even
yeah,
I wouldn't buy it here.
yeah,
Okay, doesn't mean it's not going to go up $2, but you know what I mean?
yeah,
Maybe it didn't make a new low. I get it, but this, market's getting hit here. Besides, if you're not in an airline or financial, there are other places to go to. Don't you think maybe a Mag 7? Hold on a second. A Mag 7, if you are going to choose to buy something, I would rather be stuck in Apple or Microsoft at this point than IONQ. IONQ, might take, this need, quantum computing. The guy from Jensen from NVIDIA says we're 10, 15, 30 years away from quantum computing. This is
yeah,
where they came down. 30 years away? You know how
yeah,
long 30 years away is?
yeah.
That's a
It's a
long
while.
time. The way the things happen. This guy killed it. 30 years
Yeah,
away. You know what I mean? 30 years ago, you didn't have the internet. Then 30 years from now, you're not going to have quantum. That's a lot can happen in 30 years. I don't know. So he killed that.
wow.
Uranium, dead cat bounces,
Yeah,
energy, a little bit of a pullback. Like you said, Tesla's holding a little bit. It's up $3 right here. Big deal. It looks like Nvidia to a degree. well, hold on, came in. Now what are you gonna do? Now it's tradable if you want, but now
Yeah.
you get into stuff, things like this. What is today? Tuesday? Yeah. You get into things like this, be selective, have some pride in your fills. You know what I mean? Know what you're buying, and
Yeah. Yeah.
fundamentals come into play because you asked me the original segue to the question was, uh, there's a lot, my P&L, although mixed on the short side, even in good entries are not getting awarded as they had been in the past. That's all. Doesn't mean it can't change.
Okay. All right. So big number tomorrow. I think it's gonna shape the week. It's gonna mean a lot to rates. Bonds are quiet, TLT's quiet. I wouldn't be short TLT right here.
Coach, I know that the calls are off the board, but
Are they?
I said it, yes, still. I said in TGH, wait till 10:15 at least until all the people, hold on. Where's my thing? Give me a second. It's because I know you would really appreciate this.
I tell you what, you get a bad number tomorrow, a little hotter, because if it comes in cooler, you're not going to have a chance. But if it comes in hotter, that's when you buy the calls. When they take TLT down back to the lows, if you pull up like a 30-minute chart
Oh,
in
you don't want me to
TLT,
pull, what would you call, you asked me last time to pull up the 9 hour? What was it? A nine, hold on, let me pull
four
up
out,
the 9 hour
four,
chart.
four. Millions of people use
All
4-hour
right, have a
chart.
sense of humor,
All
coach.
right. Anyway, if you could pull up the TLT intraday, like 30-minute chart, I'll give some guidelines and you could like update people in the room because I might be busy during the number, but the 15-minute chart or 30-minute chart on TLT,
Got it.
I don't see it.
By the way, I'm not going to be here tomorrow, Thursday and Friday. I'll be in New York City with the TradeView executives, finding out
Okay.
how we could make the tightest spreads, lower commission, and award-winning services best until we possibly can. I digress. This TLT.
Okay. Okay. Well, we had the third drive. We had it this morning. Look at that diverge. So we made a new low today. All right.
So what do
You
we?
got
What's
a
the
third
trade?
drive. So I wouldn't be against what's this, a daily?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be against putting calls on half now, and if the number is strong and they take them down one more time, add on.
Well, I like
That's
the
how I
85
trade them.
whole number, basing it a strike price. TLT. I mean,
Is that the strike they're buying? 85s?
no, but that no, they're not buying 84s or 86. That's a heavy strike price. If they went to 80, if TLT, I'm saying it's a healthy whole number to base at 85. Here's
Okay,
the
well, what
why.
strike are they buying?
I'm getting to that.
Oh,
This is where I posted yesterday all day off the board.
wise
At the,
guys.
at the close.
No sweeps, just wise guys.
Well, there's a lot. There's a sweep.
They're sweep. Yeah. What is it? The 87 calls. But that's January. Wow. Okay, that's a crapshoot.
And then
Okay.
I said, then they went into the number. They went in overnight.
Okay.
I quoted in the room, when they're wrong, wait till the options to wipe out. And I don't think it's a bottom. I'm trying to think like a trader at least.
I don't want to try and be right in 3 days. That's a lot of pressure, even for a market timer. So they're buying Jan 17th calls. So, I mean, I think you have to go out to March.
What's the trade on here,
Minimum.
Dale? Buying March calls?
Yeah.
Okay.
But don't look for a home run ball. Maybe back to 88 to 90. That's it. Then we're going lower again. This is counter trend, counter trend. That's it. A trade, not a secular turn. Hood bearish, wise guy. A lot of all bearish.
Here's a
A lot
guy
of
going
puts.
next month, NVIDIA, million. There's your 130,
Yeah,
million. Guy put three
yeah.
quarters of a bone on your February 130 for a month.
Okay.
Says it's going 130 like you.
Yeah, yeah. Or lower. Yeah. Okay. Nice.
Or lower.
Yeah. All right. So I'm good. How about
Me
you?
too.
You good?
I'm fine.
All right. So we're all good and good job in the room. Same to you, Alexis. And Don't just count your pips, count your blessings. Be careful with your WTI, bullishness. I know everyone's thinking crude has finally turned the corner. I'm not so sure. So the miners may have. Anyway, good talking to you today, Mike.
You too, Coach. For those,
Nice two-sided action. I like it.
yes, for those that think that less for 3 days,
Yeah.
Rig GTI is presenting at Needham in 30 minutes. The stock already has probably a 200% range up to down, and today is trading more volume than Apple, Microsoft, and Tesla combined. It's just an idea.
Wow. Yeah.
So be aware that it moves.
All right, guys. See you in the
Cheers.
room.
Thanks.
Good hunting. Come to TradeView. Tell your trader friends about us. I think we're helping a lot of people.